I hope you can see my screen. Alright. Okay, all right. So yeah, yesterday I realized you posted. You saw the cell and you posted it inside the group. I like what you are seeing now. Think your eyes are now open. It's good. So you have to be analyzing and practicing more. So let's analyze GBP. So first of all, you have to check the economic calendar and see. So this is going to be your this thing, your guide. Okay. Your first thing you have to do anytime you come to the market or anytime you are analyzing, you have to first of all check the economic calendar. That's your guide. Because if you refuse to be checking this thing, sometimes you don't know what uh, maybe there was an high impact news and you are going to overlook these things. You are going to be the market is going to mess you up. So you have to be careful. So 6:30, we have CHF CPI news. So we are all going to witness how impactful it is. We are going to witness how impactful and how it is going to affect the pound currency. So we are going to be cautious about it. You are not going to trade for 6:30. Okay. After the news has been released before we enter the market. And one thing too is today is NFP. Okay, non-farm employment change. So this is an employment data in the United States, a job like as in the jobs, the employment statistics data. Or let me put it this way. So they are going to release what happened those times was people able to get enough job to do and other stuff. So this is very impactful data. It tells what the economy is doing, okay, or it says much about what the economy is doing. Employment says much about the economy. So if the employment comes out, if the employment data comes out and it happens to be negative, that means what the United States economy is performing very bad. And if it happens, it comes if the data is released and it comes out uh, positively. That means the economy is doing well. We've noticed we have only one this thing during the lending session. The only high impact news that you are having is what the CPI news, which is the on the Swiss francs, the CHF on the Swiss francs. So even though you are going to be cautious about it, after the news are released, after the news is released, then we can take a trade. So let's analyze. So first of all, why is my camera on? All right. So first of all, we are going to analyze the pair that we are going to analyze gold. So gold and GBP USD. So this is what most people trade. So by me, I focus on the pound dollar. Okay, so after you have analyzed, if you have done any analysis, then you can also send it for me to check it up. So on the monthly time frame, so first of all, you do top down analysis. On the top down analysis, you have to check what is happening at the monthly time frame. Then you move to the lower time frames. In case maybe you get an entry on the higher time frame, you take advantage of. So first of all, you check the monthly time frame. So the same thing every day. One thing about Forex, I always repeat the same thing every day. The only thing that changes is what? Your lot size. In Forex, even if you do it for 100 years, you are going to do the same thing over and over again. The only thing that is going to change is your lot size. I'm coming. I'm coming, please. Move to that side. Okay. Okay. So as I said, the same thing that you are going to do every day is the same thing that you are going to do every day. So the only thing that is going to change for you is your lot size. Okay. So on the monthly time frame, we identified our various support and resistances. So we have a support over here. So let's move to the weekly time frame. So on the weekly time frame, we have here. So on the daily time frame, so that's the only thing that you are going to look for on the weekly time frame. Okay. So on the daily time frame, so you see on the daily time frame, you have a clean gap for the for price to fill. Okay, you have a clean gap for the price to fill, because on the daily time frame you already, it's the same structure yesterday. We notice on the daily time frame is a downtrend. Okay, it's a downtrend. So now this point has been broken. The dip of this one has been broken. The dip of this one has been broken. Okay, the dip of this one has been broken. So what you are going to do is on the weekly time frame, on the daily time frame rather, let's identify it very well. So if you are drawing your support and resistance, make sure the body, if your horizontal lines has touched, the horizontal lines have touched the body of the candle very well. So let's move to H4. So H4, this is just a minor zone. Okay, so I'm going to use some hidden lines to represent them. So now on the H4, I think today we can make money today live for everyone to watch. So this is the daily tip. Okay, this is the daily candle tip. That's what you are seeing at the H4 time frame. So let's hope the CHF news is not going to be more impactful. So we have less than 10 minutes for it to happen. So let's hope it's not going to be more impactful, so that if it happens like what happened the last 2 weeks, the trade we took the last 2 weeks, it was on GBP retail sales and it wasn't impactful. So it gave us an opportunity for us to take an entry. So let's hope today too will be the same. Then we will take a sell. So today we are not going to, you don't have to look for a buy. I've already been saying this thing. You don't have to be looking for, because this is monthly resistance. This monthly resistance is the same time what weekly resistance. It's a strong area. Even though anything can happen, it can be broken. It can be broken, but the chances of it breaking is very high, is very low. Okay, it's very low. So I usually call this a golden zone. If two or more resistances or supports meet at a place, I call it golden zone. It's going to be hard, because on the monthly time frame we have fought a resistance. On the weekly time frame we have a resistance, okay, on the same area. So I call it golden zone. So let's see what will happen when the news has been released. So we have less than, let me see the time. So it will happen around 6 minutes for the data to be released. So let's wait for the data release, then we capitalize on we see whether you get an opportunity for the sell. Okay, so this will be the target. Let me check the pip range. So the pip range is, wow, it's a big range. 38 pips. It's a big range because the daily time frame is a downtrend. The H4 time frame is a downtrend. So why are you going for a buy? All the time frames are pointing down. All the time frames are pointing down. All the time frames are pointing down. So if you go for a buy, you are just doing yourself a harm. Okay, you are just doing yourself a harm. So let's check out gold. Even though I don't trade gold, so you see all the things that I've been seeing and all the things that I've been saying when I'm doing my analysis, it all plays out. Okay, this thing has been something that I've tested it for long. The market is about testing it. It's about try and error, trying to test out the patterns. Okay, because one thing about the patterns are it repeats itself. So if you get if you're able to master a pattern, you are going to make a living from that pattern. Okay, so if you are able to master something that works, that repeats itself, that means you have to count yourself that for the days to come, you are going to make a lot of money, or you're going to make money from the forex market. So it repeats itself. One thing about the forex market is it repeats itself. Okay, it repeats itself. All the things that you are doing over here, it's just a repetition. It's just a repetition. It's just a repetition. Okay. So what you are going to do on gold analysis. So as I said, gold is in all-time high. We don't have any as in market structure looking left. So when you move to the weekly time frame, on the weekly time frame we have these key areas over here. So on the daily time frame too. So if you are starting out on your analysis, you have to make sure you are focusing on only few things. The moment you start adding more things to your analysis, you become confused. That's how forex works. Okay, that's how forex trading works. In forex trading, we don't learn more. You learn few things, you master it, then you start making money out of it. So on the daily time frame, I have my key levels over here. I have my key levels. I again have a key level over there. So now you see the daily time frame is already an uptrend. H4 time frame is already an uptrend. So you don't have to look for sell. Even if the market has gotten to a strong area of interest like this one, okay, you don't have to look for sell. And one thing is, you are trading a session, an H4 session candle. Let's see, H4 session candle open with what? I think it's open with a small bottom wick. Okay, so the chances that the candle as in the price is coming to fill this one and retest on this one before it will continue. So maybe it might happen during this whole move things that I'm talking about might happen during the NFP. It might happen during NFP. Okay, so we are in a strong area of interest. You don't have to start sell. You don't have to sell at the top and buy at the as in the bottom. You have to wait for a clear confirmation. Okay, you have to wait for confirmation before you start selling. So someone might say, since you're having strong areas over here, as in, I'll term this one as a golden zone because you have a higher time frame support. And I'm not going to recommend doing those things. At long run, you are not going to be profitable doing that because the market might break through. Okay, and the chances that Sometimes it might go in your favor. As last time I said it earlier, it might be a beginner's luck. You might It might go in your favor, fine. It might, but at long run, are you going to be profitable doing those things? So that's the most important thing. So do things that is going to make you profitable at long run. Do things that is going to make you profitable at long run. So at the H4 time frame, you see it has started moving down because it has gotten to a strong area of interest. So what I'm going to urge you is what you are going to wait for the retracement, or what you are going to do is you are going to wait for the breakout. You are going to wait for the breakout. I don't see, even though I'm looking for a buy today, but there's no as in an entry. Okay, gold is not giving any entry, so that's what you are looking for. There's no area or there's no zones that I'm going to say we are going to buy at this point, but the bias for the day is what? A buy. So today all eyes are on GBP USD. That's where the opportunity might be from. Okay, all eyes are on GBP USD. So 6:30, there's going to be a news release. Let me put it on the 30 minutes time frame for us to witness. Oh, yeah. So the news has been released. It wasn't impactful. So the news has been released and it wasn't impactful. So the news has been released. The CHF news has been released. Let me check the corner. So CPI. So CPI is usually an inflation data. Okay. So if the data comes out to be positive, if it is good for the economy, because one thing, the reason, so someone would say, why is inflation good for an economy? If inflation is good for economy, one thing that the central bank of Swiss franc, the central bank for the Switzerland is going to do is what? They are going to increase or hike. They are going to hike their interest rates. And when it happens like that, when interest rates increases or rises, what they are going to do is what? When interest rates rises, it is good for the economy because more people are going to get higher returns on their investments. You get it? So let's read. So it changes in the price of goods and services purchased by consumers. So inflation means what? In the basic economics, if you did basic economics, you learn that inflation is what? Persistence increase in general price of goods and services. So changes in price of goods and services purchased by consumers, actual greater than forecast is good. So if the data release is what's high than what is what's the previous data, let me put it this way, the previous data, if the new release data is higher than the previous data, it is good for the economy. So this is the earliest major, so inflation data released by any country coming just days after the month ends. Consumer prices account for a majority of overall inflation. If inflation is important to currency valuation, because rising prices lead to central bank to raise interest rates out of respect for their inflation containment mandate. The average price of goods and services. So if the data happens to be good, it is good for the economy because the central bank, it will trigger the central bank to increase their interest rate. Okay, so the only people who are going to benefit from interest rate is what? Investors. So if they increase the interest rate, investors are going to invest more in such an economy, because suppose maybe you have done treasury bill, fixed deposits and those things, and now you've heard the central bank, the interest rate has now increased. What are you going to do? You are going to push more money. If you have money on you, you are going to put it in the bank, because you know at the end of the quarter or at the end of the month, you are going to get high returns on your investment. You get it? So inflation data is good for an economy. Inflation data is good for an economy. You get it? It's good for an economy. So let's see the numbers release. So it happens to be what? It it happens to be the same. The forecast and the actual happens to be the same. So when it happens to be the same, you see up and down. Okay, the market will move up. So you see. So let's watch USD CHF and see. So you see what happened. So now this candle is going to wick down. Okay, it's going to wick down. So it happens to be the Swiss francs, as in it became weak, and now it is going up because of what? So when the data releases are the same, as in the same as compared to the previous month, what will happen is the getting direction for the market is very difficult. So it will happen like there will be an indecision in the market. There's going to be an indecision. You are going to get indecisive price. You are not going to get in the direction. Is going to be very difficult. Okay, getting the direction is going to be very difficult. So that's why. So since it moved up, it is going to come down. Okay, so you see this candle is going to, you see it's open with no bottom wick. So even though you might say because of the high impact news, but it is going to come down. That's what, if you see the data released to be the same, that's what happens. So today we are looking for a sell on GU. Okay, we are looking for a sell on GU. So let's see what we have to take. But around 12:32 there was going to be a hot FP news. So are you going to get a sell today, or NFP is going to spoil everything? So it's going to rate test on this one. Let's see whether we can get. So you have to wait for a flip. Okay, if we are taking a sell on the 30 minutes, you can notice there's what lower low, lower high, lower low. So it's not recommend. I'm not going to recommend for you to take. If it's hit here, you're going to take a sell. We have to wait for a structure to flip in our favor. Okay, because now the 30 minutes is in what, a downtrend. So you have to see a shift in structure of what, a sell, before you take a sell. So this thing. So let's see what the 30 minutes. Well, let's see what maybe the landing open will look like. So now what you are waiting for has happened. That's the CHF news. It has happened. So this week we have not gotten any trade. We have not eaten this week. So that's the market works. Okay, if you know what you are doing, sometimes you can go a week and you are not going to get a trade, because this one you are putting, there's money on the line. There is money on the line, and you don't have to be taking something which is not quality. You have to go in for quality trades. Okay, you have to go in for quality trades. You don't have to be doing things randomly. You don't have to be doing things randomly. So we have a big range over here for us to take advantage of. Okay, but now we don't have any entry signal. You don't have any entry signal. So if you have a question, you can ask. So the website, you are having many websites. So you can check it on forexfactory.com. What does it mean? You tried getting it, but you are not getting it. As in the time. So are you using phone? So that's why you're not seeing the time. When you use phone, it's going to give you a portion of the interface. If you use time, if you use this thing, if you use laptop, you are going to see. As in the is it the numbers release? Are you talking of the numbers release? And so on Friday, August, CHF, you see that I was thinking maybe you are talking of the numbers release. When you are using phone, you are not going to see the numbers, but you see you see the as in the assets, the data. Okay, okay, as in the time. So that the time is so so refresh the website. You need to refresh the website. You're welcome. So if you have done any analysis and you want me to have a look at it, you can send the chat. As yesterday I showed you how you'll be able to send the chat. You can send it and I'll have a look at it. So if you are starting out, you have to explore, okay? You have to explore more pairs, analyze more pair. So as this is how you are going to figure out which pair is going to work for you. So as you are figuring it out, if you take a trade, you record the time that you are going to take trades, the time that mostly you get winning trades. So you take record of them. At the end of the month, you start taking out or eliminating the things that you did that is not making you profit, and you start implementing the things that made you profit. You start again the next month. You do the same thing by eliminating the things that made you profit, the thing that was not making you profit. You continue doing these things over and over again. Okay, so you continue doing them over and over again. So you see what works for you. That's how it works. But if you are not recording anything, that means this is a business, okay? And you can't start a business without having data. How are you going to know this? At the end, this month is the time mostly people patronize most of your product or service. So you have to have data. Or maybe if the market is bouncing back, so we are going to wait for the H1 candle to. Let's wait for the H1 candle to close and see. So as I'm saying, you have to have a data. This is a business. It's a business that you are starting up. Trading is a business, and I can bet you, it's going to even give you more returns than anything that you are doing. Okay, but you are not going to see the results now. Even though I'll be standing before you every day, but you're not going to see the results now. It's going to take you a long time because you have to have the experience. You have to have the experience, your confidence level, and those things. It's all going to take a lot of time. So maybe you give yourself, maybe this year you are going to use it to explore how the market works, your confidence level, and those things. So you count yourself. If you are starting out, you count yourself that, or maybe from next month, from next year, give yourself time. It's not like just saying it on your a word of mouth, as in on your lips. You have to put in the work. As you are saying that, you have to put in the work. You give yourself like maybe next year I have to start making money from the market. So this year or this time is just a learning process. So you take this period or this session to master yourself, your confidence level. You get it. You take your time to familiarize yourself with how the market works. So it's a business you are embarking on. So if you are not keeping records, if you are not taking records, how are you going to know what works for you and what doesn't work for you? So it's all by practicing. Anything that I will be saying when you are coming to the stream, you bring your notebook. Anything that I will be saying, you write it down. Anything that I will be saying, you write it down. That's how you become good in this thing that you are doing. And one thing too that most people are not succeeding is because they are not being focused on one thing. They keep on doing things. They do this thing today, the following month they will stop and start going to do so. In this generation or in this era that we are having millions ways that you can make money on the internet, but you have to be focused. If you are not focused, you are not going to see results. You can make money from drop shipping. You can make money from e-commerce. You can make money from as in digital marketing. There's a lot of ways you can make money. Okay, but you have to be a master of one. You have to be a master of one. Something that if you are called upon, you'll be able to express yourself like perfectly, that people will say, so you people paid me money because of how I spoke to you. People paid money because of how, as in, I explained things to you. This tells you that what it should tell you what I've mastered a skill. I mastered only one thing. I wasn't jumping from one thing to another, that's not going to. It's not going to be. You are not going to be a master in that thing. If you do this thing this month, the following month you start doing this thing, you are not going to be a master of none of it. So you have to master one thing. Do it for like 5 years. I've done this thing for more than 5 years. I do it every day. So if I talk, there's no way you are not going to believe me and give me your money. Because I've mastered it. You get it? So if you are mastering digital marketing, master it, do it well, you can have results to back it up. People will trust you. They will give you their money to you that, oh, I want you to teach me this thing. That's how you become successful. So those who are playing football, those people doing the activities and those things, if they tell you the number of years that they've done it, you'll be shocked. That's what they eat, the footballers and those things. That's what they eat. They've done it since their childhood. They've been doing it every day. So if you see them on top, meaning they've done it for a long time. So if the bearish candle flip, let's hope it will flip bearish. If it flip, the stop loss will be very big. The stop loss is going to be very big. In case so, let's see. Let me prepare my lot sizes and those things. I place the mentor. I don't just call me. Yeah. Okay. So usually I will recommend you I'll tell you to use the standard lots. Is it baby pips? Yeah. Baby pips. Baby pips. Position size calculator. So use the standard lot. I think that one is going to give you the accuracy. So maybe if you are using $100 account, you are risking maybe. So I hope last time I showed you how you'll be able to calculate the percentage on your account. So if you are using $100, if you are using risking maybe $30 on the account. Hold on, I'm coming. So on the $30, if you are risking $30, so you $30 divided by 100. So it's going to give you 0.3. Okay. It's going to give you 0.3. So the 0.3, you multiply it by 100. That's going to give you what? 30%. It's going to give you 30%. Okay. So if you come to the position size calculator, you will know what you will input over there. So you input $30 over there. So then you have to calculate your stop loss. So maybe your stop loss is 10 pips. Okay. So you put 10 pips over there. The instrument you are trading. So you scroll. GBP USD is not in. Okay. So you select. So you see it will come over here. So you select this one, the standard lot. So it's going to be 0.2. So let's see whether they are correct. So I have to. So when it flipped, so it left it 5 minutes. So you are in lend. Okay. So 30%, right? So they said what? 0.29. We knew 0.29 is what loss size? So 0.29 is going to give us, for a pip is going to be $2.9. Okay, so 2.9 multiplied by your loss size, multiply by your pips. You are going to get, how many pips are you risking? I said you are risking how many pips? Multiply by your pips is 10 pips rather. So 2.9 times 10 is going to give you how much? 2.9 times 10. So it's going to give you $29. So I think there's going to be some points. So if you run it up, it's going to give you $30. So let's say approximately it's 29 point something, 29.7 or something. So use the standard lot. So please, I'm going to this thing. The pip range is going to, where am I even going to put my loss size? My stop loss. In case it flips. If this kind of flip, I have to find a place to. So you see the H4 is not giving an entry. Okay, so we are going to search for entry at the H1 time frame, and H1 time frame too. So this is the point you can take. So you have to be super patient over here. Let's see the M30. So let's wait for this this side is more of consolidation. Okay, so let's wait for the breakouts of this consolidation. Let's wait for the breakout of this consolidation. So if the H1 candle flip bearish, close above this one, because this one we have a consolidation over, even though we are heading towards lending open section, which is going to bring a lot of volume in the market, but we still have to be patient, and we still have to be patient. We still have to be patient. So those asking of gold analysis, you've already done the analysis on gold. So you said gold is in a gold gold is in at, what do you call it? It's at a strong area of interest. So you have to wait for the breakout, because when you move to the daily time frame, there's a resistance over there. When you move to the H4, so gold, you have to wait for the breakout. The best gold is in it is high now. You don't have to pick a buy when the market doesn't give you a stable place that you can lay your support or resistance on. So the best thing you can do is you have to wait for the breakouts for the market to rest before you can take a buy. So I don't see any opportunity, even though my buyer, but I'm not seeing any entry. So while the lending session, so this lend the 7 o'clock candle will start popping up. Is it going to break out or what? Or we are going to wait for another 1 hour? So the best thing we can do is let's wait for the next candle to close, the upcoming candle to close for us to make decision. Okay. Because now if you take a sell, where to place your stop loss is going to be very difficult. There was no strong area. Okay. Yesterday night during the Asian session, the market really moved very high. Supposing maybe if it's consolidated over here, you would have gotten an entry. But the way I would prefer to wait for this candle to close. I want this I want it to break and close beneath this one. So the bias for the day is a sell. Okay, as I came to the market, I said this. So yesterday we missed the whole of the big move because of a small thing that I was waiting for. You would have taken an advantage of all this move. So I don't want to put myself in this consolidation, even though it can break out. Okay, but today is Friday. We are in NFP week. You have the month has now started. So even if I don't get an opportunity today, we have many days ahead of us. The month just started. I have to be patient. I don't have to start the month with a loss. It will drain your month. So let's wait for the breakout of this consolidation. If it breaks out, or if it happens the 9 o'clock and they even flip, the stop loss is the problem now, because putting a stop loss 25 pips. Okay. So it might break through. It might break through, but we still have to be patient. You have to patiently wait for the breakouts. I don't recommend, if you trade in a range, you see, as the candle came, it hit and it is moving up again. So it's always advisable, or it's always the best to wait for. It's always the best to wait for. So you see, it is breaking through. The lending open is breaking through. If you see a position and there's nowhere, as in you don't have a place that you can lay in your stop losses, you have to avoid those things. So let's wait for this candle to break. So if it breaks, that means what? The H4 candle is going to flip bearish. The thing is breaking. So the daily candle, the daily range is a very big range. The daily range is a big range. It has a long way to go. So even though everything, we said everything clearly that we are looking for sell, but there was no opportunity. Okay, where you place your stop loss to is part of the game. So you don't have to be feel formal about the move, even though we knew it is going to sell. I said it when I came, but there was no as in entry. There was no place for you to lay in your stop loss. So in case if you there are a lot of range over here. So you always have to put yourself in the best position to win. You have to put yourself in the best position to win. So missing trade is part of the game. You might be missing trade more often. It's normal to miss trades. There was no entry. There's no entry for me. So it's okay. Because when I check the daily time frame is not giving. So even if you enter over here, if you entered over here, where are you going to put your stop loss? Unless maybe you put it at the previous candle, tip, which is not also a best way to do it. So if you come to the H4 time frame too, the H4 time frame is also not giving an entry. The H4 is not giving an entry. So when you come to the H1 time frame too, there's no entry for me. So what you have to do is you have to let it go. Even though the projection, everything was alright, but you have to let it go. So there are a lot of consolidation. Okay, there are a lot of consolidation. I can see now my predicting where the market will be going is like 90+%. But it's left with the entry. The entry is the problem now. You can project or predicting the market is very easy. Where it will be going is very easy, but where to stand to shoot is the most difficult part. Is the most difficult part. So this is how I'm going to be taking the entry. So if this H4 candle close bearish like this, maybe, and the next H4 candle flip, bearish, that's when maybe I'll be taking a sell. But for now, there's no sell for me because there are a lot of consolidation over here. So you see the candle is waking up. The candle is waking up. So always put yourself in the best position to win. Always put yourself in the best position to win. So you see how lending open is bringing in a lot of volume. Lending opening is bringing in volume. So missing trades are going to happen in every day. You are going to miss a lot of trade. It's normal. I don't like the market structure. The way the candles are formed. I don't like. So any question? Any question? So now you are going to, in case you'll be waiting for the H1 candle to close. So if it's closed, then it is confirmed. Now H4 structure has flipped towards a downtrend. So how many pips move? So 9 pips. 9 pip move. I always prefer trading in a clean zone. I prefer trading in a zone that is not there's no distraction. That's what increases my win rate. Even though I knew it will be selling today, but so if you take a flip, if you take a flip at the H4, let me see. If you take a flip at the H4, the price is going to be too high. Should you or what? Is it not going to be too high? The flip, when it breaks this one, you are in volume time. That's too high. That's going to be too high. I'm contemplating on either the break of this dip that's going to be too high, too low. It has already moved. That's going to be too low. Price has already moved too high, so I have to wait for it to settle down. I wanted to take a sell over here. The flip of this one. By looking at price now, if you take a sell over here, price is too low for me, for my liking. Price is too low. You have to buy at highest price. You buy at when prices are top so that you can ride it further down. But now where it has gotten to, should I let it go? So I will let it go, because if you sell at this point, you are going to get a wider stop loss. The stop loss is going to be wide, and the stop loss is going to be wide. Even though the H4, you are in volume time, today is Friday. I don't have to take risky trade. So the target is going to be this end. The target is going to be this end. If this one broke above this one, if it broke above this one, I would have taken a sell. But the way it's going, I don't want to sell when price is already low. I have to sell at a highest price. When price has not moved, then I'll ride it down. But now what price is doing now? Price is already at the lowest part. So if you sell, So you see, it is waking back. It is waking back. So you are in very delicate situation. So that's the difficult part about trading. You will do the same thing every day, but you have to think when it comes to decision making. You have to really, really think when it comes to decision making. It's where you have to ask yourself, your money that you are putting at this side, does it worth it? So the best point, as I said, the best point we could have taken a sell is when the candle did something like this. If the candle closed like this, you could have taken the sell over here. But the way it's closed over here, I don't really like it. I didn't like it. I'm taking a sell because I'm going to the daily time frame. Watching the daily time frame too, this could have been the flip of the daily candle when it turns red. So when you come to the H1 time frame, I'm looking at how I could have taken this sell. I could have taken advantage of this sell. $15, which is not bad. So it's fine. 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 So when the best moments when price are when all the charts or as in all the time frames are in the direction. With that one, it's easy to predict and to make money from. It's easy to predict and make money from that. But as in getting the entry is the most difficult part to me in trading. I would say the entry is the most difficult part. Let's see. Maybe the 30 minutes can give us an entry. But even where to place your stop loss, I don't like it. Because currently, if you are placing your stop loss, you have to it should be beneath. I would like it to be beneath, above this one. That's where you are going to get a strong area. That's where you're going to get a strong area. So this is what you are going to, if the 30-minute candle maybe opens bullish, and the next candle flip bearish, maybe we can capitalize on that. Maybe you can capitalize on that. But until then, there's no entry for me. So any question? Any question? So as we said, gold is in what? You don't have to look for any sell. You have to go in for a buy. I don't like the way gold moves. I don't know why I really like trading gold, because of the pip. Swinging on gold is very difficult because it will move very high. It's very volatile, as in the competition among the buyers and sellers is very high. So you don't get a stable move. It moves and it will retrace, move, retrace, move, retrace. But if you get it to, you can make a lot of money. So today is NFP week, and with the NFP week, it's even advisable to even stay out from the market, because till the news are released, you are not going to get a stable price action moves. So even though sometimes it's very annoying, you know exactly where the market will be going. You know exactly where the market will be going, but trying to find an entry is very difficult. Trying to find an entry is very difficult. The market sometimes won't give you the chance. So the whole of this week, I've not gotten any trade to take. So let's wait for if it consolidates over here. Okay, if it consolidates over here, then we take the breakout. So I'm hoping maybe it will flip bullish, consolidate over here, then we take the sell. That's on the 30-minute candle. So if you can remember, this is the point, this is the area I said if the H4 candle flip, I would have. So the 30-minute candle has closed beneath this one. You get it? It has closed beneath this one, but there's no the 30 minutes has broken above the range. Is it going to continue selling, or is it going to continue selling? Price is too low. That's why I'm backing off. Price is too low to take a sell. To me, it's too low for me. The best part is when, like, you see this resistance over here. If you get something like, if you get market structure over this point, if price does something like this, if you are taking a buy, if you are taking a sell at a point like this, that's the best way to be doing it, because with that one you'll be able to get, you can find a place and lane your stop loss. Okay, you can find a place. So if you are taking a sell over here, you can put your stop loss over here. But where price has gotten to, if you are taking a sell over here, putting your stop loss over here, I don't trust that. Okay, I always prefer, like, if price is low, taking a sell would have been a best option, even though you are in volume time. Okay, even though you are in volume time and you are going to see a lot of volume, we are seeing from 7 o'clock going, you'll be seeing a lot of big candles and big moves in the market. But this is too low for me. It's too low to my liking. Taking a sell, let's see some bullish candle either on the 30 minutes or on the H1 time frame. Let's see some bullish candle and see. Let's see what we will do. Other than that, you because you have a range, okay, still price is within the range, but as to how to pull the trigger is the challenge now. So price is still in the range. This range needs to be filled. This small, this it's not even a small. This place needs to be filled. But at least if we saw some bullish candle, if you see a bullish candle rate test on this one, that one would have been a nice. So let's see. Let's still wait. Let's wait for the 8 o'clock candle to open. Then we make a decision on that. So now let's wait for the 8 o'clock candle to open. We shouldn't take the sell when it's flipped. We should wait. Let's wait for the 30-minute candle to close. When the 30-minute candle close, let's wait for the 30-minute candle to close. So supposing maybe you entered a sell over here, you'll be in a drawdown by now. So you need to be patient. And do the right thing. Patient. If the thing is not giving you what you are used to, just avoid it, because this market is very sleepy. These candles you see over there is very, very sleepy, like a tilapia. So it's flipping bullish. So 14 minutes time for the 1 hour candle to close, the 30-minute candle to close. So let's see whether we can make a decision on that. So if it's flip bullish, So 8 o'clock too will bring some volume in the market. 8 o'clock too, you will see some volume in the market. You will see some volume during that time. So let's wait and see what will happen. So if it's flip bullish, hit this side, so it will be something like, if it's close bullish, okay, if it's close bullish, so the flip, so open close, the flip, will be a nice the flip will be a nice this one kind of market is really testing my patience today. It's really testing my patience. I wanted this one to flip bullish, then the flip of the bearish candle, the flip, then we're going for sell. The 15-minute is so I'll prefer the H1 candle to close. I'll prefer the H1 candle to close. So it's left 10 minutes for the H1 candle to close. So I'll prefer the H1 candle to close. If it's closed, then is the H1 candle close? Yeah, so exactly what I was expecting. So usually if you use the 15-minute kind, if you use the 15-minute time frame, it's not stable, or as in it's not strong as compared to using the 30 minutes and the H1 time frame. That's why mostly you don't see me using the 30 minutes and the you don't see me using the 15 minute, the 5 minutes. Okay, I always prefer using the higher time frame, even if it is like lower time frame, like 30 minutes H1. Taking entry on those time frame is reasonable, but mostly my entries are taken on the H1 from as in checking back or going back to the trades that have been taken. Mostly it's on H1, H4, those time frames. That's when I usually take my entries. So that's the best thing you have to be doing. Using 15-minute time frame, you are going to get a lot of fake out if you are using it as your entry time frame. So usually we are supposed to end around 8 o'clock, but the way the candle is moving, I think maybe you might get an opportunity. But during NFP weeks, if you don't get trade during around maybe early in the morning, if you don't take time, the trade can lead you to NFP time, because volume is going to die. Volume is going to die in the market. The market is going to start slowing down to wait for the NFP. So if you are not careful, you might be in drawdown, and it will take you to if you are not careful, it will take you to what? It will take you to the NFP times. So during NFP weeks, sometimes you have to be super cautious. Super cautious. So let's see if this candle close. Let's see the next candle, what it will do. Is it going to fill this week? Let's see what will happen. Let's see what will happen. So we do the same thing every day. I've done the same thing every day. So I'm used to the markets. You get it? I'm used to the volume of the market. Patience. So 5 minutes time. Let me see that. I don't want this Friday to NFP week. So it left is 5 minutes for the candle to close. So let's wait for the closure of the candle. And see. Either it will move further down. This candle has broken the tip. It again broke the dip. Okay. It again broke the dip. So if it flips strong bullish candle, and the next candle flip bearish, today's market structure is kind of, so this is what I'm expecting. If it flips strong bullish candle and the next candle flip bearish, that's what I'm expecting. Exactly what I'm expecting in the market. Let's see if you can get a short term, because we still have a zone to be filled. We still have an area to be filled, but NFP It's what I'm contemplating on, because usually NFP slows the market. Let me see it next week. So next week we have super clean days. Wow, next week we have super clean days. So usually when you see some clean days, that's the time to make money. When you see, so 3 minutes candle, the way it is closing, I don't really like it. So at your left, you have a clean zones, even at H1 time frame. You have a clean zone even at H1 time frame. So this trade, this same thing has happened before. This same thing has happened before. So let's see. Let's see. So the stop loss will be maybe 20 pips. So I'll be taking a sell at the 8 o'clock candle. So the stop loss will be here. If it flip bearish, because the 50 minutes is looking good. Okay, so if this candle flip bullish, is it going to flip bullish? Okay, it has closed. So you see this candle close with no bottom wick, no bottom wick. So it's going to flip. So I'll be taking a sell. It's Friday. Let's see. So I would like if it breaks this one. Let's see the H. Yeah. So if it breaks this H1 candle, because the 50-minute candle, the 50-minute structure is doing good. So If it's flip bearish, I'll be going in for a sell. If it's flip bearish, because when you watch the H4 dip has been broken. The H1 candle has broken above the zone. Okay, the H1 candle has broken above the zone. The M30 candle so this point will be the entry. So I think the retracement was deep. So if you have been using 15 minutes, if you use 15 minutes as your entry, you are going to get a lot of fake outs, as I said. So it's always advisable to use 30 minutes. 30 minutes and the 1 hour, the H1 time frame, or maybe your analysis time frame. So I think the sell is not happening because the M30, so there was a candle structure shift. So the moment it breaks this one, there was a candle structure shift. So now, wow. So the sell didn't happen. I would have taken a sell if it flipped. So as I said, with NFP weeks, from experience, I think I even pasted it on my wall. With the NFP weeks, I always say you have to be super cautious. You have to make sure, because today is NFP. Today is NFP, unemployment rate and NFP. So during that time, any US related pair that if you are trading any dollar related pair, you have to be very careful, because the market, most of the people who brings volume, okay, most of the people who brings volume in the market are waiting for the data to come out to make their decision. So the ones that you'll be seeing are just like just small volume that you'll be seeing in the market activity. So when I talk about volume, it means what? Activities in the market. So you are not going to see a lot of activities, people buying and selling the same currency pair and those stuff. And one thing that you see this candle open with no wick, okay? So the possibility that this one can flip bearish is very high. And as I said, if you are not careful and you be in a trade, you will be trapped. So NFP news is being released, and trading NFP to the pros and cons. So some of the cons are, you are going to get a bigger spread, you are going to be charged high, your stop loss can be hit before the trade will move in your favor and other stuff. So I think the way it is moving, it is not going to give it is not going to give the opportunity for the sell. So maybe NFP might move it down. Okay, if this H1 candle flip, then that means what? Everything are spots. Everything is spots. All the structure is spots. If it flip bearish, that means all the structure are spots. If it moves, if the previous bearish kind of changed structure, that means what? Everything is spots. If it changed structure, everything is spots. So if you can remember, as I said, the price was too low. Price has already moved. Okay, it has moved from the area of interest, and this is the area of interest. So I think I have to call it a day. The time has exhausted. We've exhausted our time. I was thinking maybe, so if it flip bearish, I'll call it a day. If this kind of flip bearish, I'll call it a day, and if anything, I'll update the group if I want to make a decision. You see how the candle has opened? This candle opened with no bottom wick. It is going to break this one out. Is it going to flip back to bearish? If it breaks the side, if this one breaks, then let's see what will happen. What is happening on gold? I think July was one of the best months ever. We had a lot of opportunities in the market. July has been one of the best months for me personally, because I got a lot of trades, especially with this move. This move really gave me a lot of trades, this swing. And last 2 weeks too, I got some 1 or 2 trades around the side. It was only 1 loss or so that I took. Even with that one, it was just my own negligence. So July wasn't bad. I got a lot of trade. I made a lot of withdrawals. I made money from July. I was able to withdraw money from the markets. Okay, so it's flipping. So NFP. I don't want to be trapped in a trade. So the news will happen around 12:30. It will happen around 12:30. So the candle is flipping. And you have to find a better place that you can lay in your stop loss. So one thing I'm saying is this same thing as I remember some. Was it which time was that? Same thing. I don't want to go back. Okay, I think I've exhausted my time on the stream. So if anything, you guys can be monitoring the trade and you update the trade. So the thing is, if it flip bearish, okay, if this side breaks, someone can update the group, the private group. Okay. Any question? Any question? Any question? If there's no question, let's call it a day. So bye bye to everyone.